What's up? Focus, people. Stay focused. It's Boy Tone 202 coming at you one more again. There. I don't celebrate Father's Day. I don't celebrate any day. Really. I don't even celebrate my birthday. I'm not a very festive person, but to those of you, okay, guess that B wanted to celebrate Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you, B. Happy Father's Day to you. And to all of you guys out there, happy Father's Day to you. Um, to your families, you know, whatever you guys do besides go to church and praise the Lord thy God. That's what's up. Uh, I am not a frequent church goer. I used to be, but I have some discrepancies with the way that church has been ran. But I'm not here to discourage anybody. Get your church on. Praise the Lord thy God. I'm a strong believer in Yahshua, his son. Believe that heaven's real, hell's real, very real. Hell is very, very, very real. You know, heaven's very real. God is real. The devil's real. Angels, demons, and all of that. Okay? So, I want to talk about Fultz. You know, some NBA stuff. So, it looks like Fultz and Simmons is going to be playing for the Sixers. Made a trade. The Celtics trading the number one draft pick for three players or something going on. Trying to get Paul George. I think everybody's running scared. I think there's one focus in the NBA right now. That's it. It's how to beat Golden State. I think anytime you have a major trade or a trade rumor like that before trades even start, just I'm willing to give this person away to the weakest team in the whole league just to get these other players. For one, I don't think it's a short-term move. I think that is a long-term move. I think the NBA is going to change because of what Golden State just did. Beat the pants off of Cleveland. Wasn't even a competition. They they beat them in the ground. 4-1 in 3 games. They weren't even there for 3 games. I think it changed people's minds. I think the main focus on how to be Golden State, it's where are all the how can we legally get a big four with a strong bench to match Golden State's firepower? How can we legally, under the salary cap, this year? See, everything is under the salary cap. It's not that the players aren't there, it's how much you're going to pay for them. See, Golden State pulled a hat trick. 54 million for 2 years with the option to leave if you want, Grant or Durant. See, Golden State pulled a hat trick. You know what I'm saying? And that hat trick has made the whole NBA adjust. It might even make sports adjust, period. Because to get a dominant team in any sport, of course, you want the dominant players. And when you successfully get the top 3, 4 players to, where the majority of them is on your one team, and you solidify that contract for 2 years, you solidify a championship. And listen, there's not a team in the league that can compete with them, with Golden State. But here's the ugly part about it. Let's just say that, let's just throw out some hypothetics. Let's just say that LeBron did get Leonard to Cleveland, or LeBron went to the Spurs. Okay, for one, before I even go there any further, I want to throw this out there. Cleveland wins in 2018. How, I don't know. I've said this last year. That's my prediction. I think something drastic is going to happen to Golden State to bust up that blessed union of souls. And Cleveland's going to step right in and boom, and capitalize on it. Something's going to happen. Okay, so Cleveland wins 2018. The Spurs win 2019. All right. Celtics win 2020. And then somebody from the East wins. Or OKC comes up 2021, busts it wide open. And then the 76ers make a run for the playoffs in 3 years. They get Fultz, they got Simmons, they got one more guy if he stays healthy. There's my predictions. Okay, that's out the way. Cleveland, Spurs, Celtics, and then somebody from the East. Those are your 3 championships for the next 3 years. I'm just going to put that out there. See, you... Look, in any neighborhood, when you come to somebody's hood and you beat up the strongest guy in the hood, what happens? The strong guy goes and gets another person to help fight. You know what I'm saying? In any game of war. It's just a game of war now. It's a game of pickup basketball. It's the art of war. It's how can we stay up under the salary cap and get what's quoted a super team together. And who's out there? Who's out there? Who can we get together under the salary cap within reason? That's the problem. The problem is not who's out there. The problem is the salary cap. See, when they got Durant because they were under the salary cap and they could afford him. It's not can you get a player, it's can you pay that player. Will that player be swayed by the money that you offer them? That's it. This is the game that Darrelle Revis has been playing in football for the last, 13 years. I don't think he even cares about a ring. Even though he has a few. He's like, how much are you willing to pay me? It's the salary cap, people. It's the salary cap game. This is why you have these mega trades for the best players, because it's like, for one, Fultz is just now coming into the NBA. Number 1 draft pick. He's not looking at a $54 million contract. I don't think he's looking at that much. I'm not even sure if they can pay a brand new player that much. Well, that's not true. Because when KG, Kevin Garnett, came to the game, he was offered $127 million. But he's Kevin Garnett. And he was worth every penny. They got all that money back. They made all that money off of Kevin Garnett. The NBA, period, made all that money off of Kevin Garnett. Probably within the first year. He was worth watching. all the way up until he left. And the only reason why he left is because his knees are bad. But you gotta ask yourself, Fultz is a point guard. What point guard? What point guard do you know that has come in the game recently as a first round draft pick and gotten paid within the hundreds? I don't know any point guard that has come into the game. Ortiz, who has come into the game straight out the gate and got paid over 100? Hill, upper echelon, Supreme. See, it's the salary cap now. It's the salary cap game. It's no longer the NBA game. It's the salary cap game. And you may say it's always been, that's always been the case, but that's not true. Because, once upon a time there was such a thing as a franchise player. But it's the salary cap game now. It's how can we get a big three under the salary cap. But now the game has even changed drastically, even more drastically this year, because it doesn't matter if you have a big three. Big three is no longer the case as of now. Golden State is like, nah, you need big four and a strong bench. That's why you guys wanted to get rid of Deron Williams, because he came in the game, he shoots for 11, makes 0 off the bench. You're like, nah, send him back to where he came from. Some of you guys are like, nah, get rid of Love. Go after Carmelo Anthony. Then the whole argument is Carmelo Anthony strong off the bench. Well, I'm telling you, it's the salary cap game. See, even if you had Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't mean that Cleveland's going to make a run. And, they're going to make a run. It doesn't mean that Anthony is going to match up with Durant. I'm going to be the first to say that what little bit I know about it, nope. Durant will still shoot the lights out with Anthony on him regardless. Durant. He'll still shoot the lights out. He'll still score 38, 34, 33. No. Green will still be big on the inside. Curry will still be shooting 17-footers. You guys will be concentrating on the wrong people, and the same thing's going to happen what I said before. Clay will shoot the lights out. You'll make him a better player. Hell, he should ask for more money now because he looks better than he ever did, simply because you shut everybody else down. Iguodala too. I'm just saying, it's the salary cap game now. It's not so much a franchise team now. You know what I'm saying? Franchises died off back in, Bird's day. Did Larry Bird play for anybody else? Jordan's day. Besides when he quit and then came back and played for the Wizards. There's no more of that. It's a salary cap game. Golden State has changed everything. Can't have a big three. You know what I'm saying? So Fultz going to the Sixers, Simmons being there, and then whoever else they got on there, it's not going to matter unless they get at least 2 more players that can pretty much shoot from the outside. One big guy. Then the Sixers they're going to make a run. Listen, with those 2 people on there, with Simmons and Fultz on there, the Sixers will be able to do something. They'll come out of the slump that they're in. There's no doubt about that. That's a good move for the Sixers. But the Celtics are aiming at taking it all. It's gonna be about 2 years, and they probably will. Like I said, Cleveland, then the Spurs, then the Celtics. That's what I'm looking at. And the reason why I'm looking at it like that is because I'm like, something's going to happen to liquefy that team. We know that they're at the top, but something always happens. Whether it's within their power or not, whether they're told to do it or not, something's going to happen. It's going to liquefy that team. You guys say Durant's going to go back to Washington? Possibly. Here's what's really crazy. All three of them might stay on the same team. You still might have Durant. You still might have Curry. You still might have Green. But they might lose Iguodala. They might lose, you know what I'm saying? They might lose Iguodala to a trade. Plain and simple. Listen. Here's a hypothetical, crazy thought. Iguodala and Clay are looking a lot better now, right? Clay Thompson. So being that they ain't getting as much shine, but nonetheless, they shined in the playoffs and in the championship games. They might do exactly what Darrell Reeves does. We got our ring. We got our ring. We, we know we could probably get one next year. Who cares? How much are you willing to pay me? You already know I can bring your team up. You might not win a championship team with me, not unless you already have a strong three. But you know that I can bring your team up. How much are you willing to give me? What are they getting paid right now for the next 2 to 5 years? What are they getting paid? 20 million maybe? 10 million? Let's just hypothetically throw that out. Let's just say that Klay Thompson's getting paid 10 million a season. LeBron James is getting paid 23 million a season. So is Kevin Durant. What if Klay is like, listen, Washington, I'll come to your squad. Pay me 15. He doesn't get greedy. He doesn't get outrageous and says, pay me 30 a season. It's like, pay me 15. Give me a $5 million raise. I'll come to your squad. I'll make it better. They got a point guard there in Washington that he's doing 100 and some odd million for the next 10 years. 15. I'll be up under the salary cap. I'll play for you for the next 2 years. That's 30 million in my pocket. Iguodala says, you know what? I'm gonna follow suit. Except I'm not gonna go to Washington. I'm gonna go to the Sixers. They suck. But nonetheless, they had the potential to do something. At least they might make it into the playoffs. They might get it. They might have a better season this year if they got Fultz and Simmons. Shoot, I'm not on a losing team. I could still do me, even though we might not go to the playoffs. We still might make a run. We might be a threat. Bam. I'll take that. So you're not on a terribly bad team anymore. You're not called, the loser all day. And you're getting paid more money. Iguodala's like, I'm out. 15 million, 20 million a year. He's not going to get 20 million. Well, I don't know. He might. He might, depend on how desperado the team is. Make it reasonable. Say, look, we'll offer you 20 million this year, which I don't think they would because those are LeBron's numbers. But let's just say they offered him 15. Like I said, reasonable. You did good. Give you 15. Iguodala leaves. Next thing you know, the 76ers went from, I don't know what they did last year, but, went from winning 15 to 20 games. Next thing you know, they go to winning, 40, 45 games? You know what I'm saying? The next year, They get somebody else big on the squad, boom, they're in the playoffs. They don't win, but they don't get swept. I'm just saying, it's the salary cap game now. That's all it is. God bless you guys.